Day 3 of answering insurance questions until I hit 4,000 followers. This is the response that I got the most that you guys voted on. What type of life insurance is best for me? Now that question is going to be a long-winded answer, but I'll try to simplify it the best way that I can. There are 4 main types of life insurance policies out there. You have term insurance. This is best for the individual who is younger of age, who doesn't want to pay a super high premium, and who wants a super high death benefit amount. But the thing is, when it comes into term, this is what you need to know. It stands for term or a temporary insurance policy. Once it expires, it'll do one of 2 different things. It'll end, or the price will go up because it's going to renew as if you're getting a new insurance policy at the older age that you are. Terms can either be a 5, 10, 20, or a 30-year term. Now, there are some type of policies out there, if you can qualify for it, that will give you a return on the return on premium, which means that you get the money back of everything that you spent. That's if you outlive it, but you really have to qualify for that one. Next, you have whole life. Whole life stays with you up until you reach the age of 121. I would say this one is going to be best for the individual who has a fixed income or who just wants to keep the premium the same. They don't have to worry about it ever going up. And as well, if you want to build just a little bit of equity within your policy, i.e. a cash value account. Now, not everybody wants to do that. All right. Sometimes I've heard the method of putting a term policy and then investing the rest over into an investment. I'm not a finance that don't ask me about that. Now you have IUL. All right. IUL is really going to be for the individual who can qualify for it, who wants a little bit more insurance, and who wants to participate in the gains of the stock exchange. If you want to do that, or if you want a little bit more as far as a death benefit, still paying a lower cost. Now with the IUL or UL, all right, Universal Life, it can go up and down. The price can go up and down. So that's where you want to be a little younger of age. You can still medically qualify for it, and it just makes sense. Now, when it comes into an IUL, if you speak to me, I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions to make sure that is a better suited fit for you and your financial goals and long-term goal. All right. Usually with an IUL, I pair it with either a small face amount whole life policy or a big face amount term life policy. Just really depends upon the individual. And then you have another one called accidental death or dismemberment. Guys, that means you have to pass away due to an accident and it will pay your beneficiary. That's going to be really good if someone is their first time ever in insurance, okay? And you live a risky life. That's really it is, right? Accidental policies are super cheap. Sometimes banks, credit unions gives these out for free, all right? Super cheap. Cheap does not mean good though. I know you guys know this. Cheap does not always mean good. But typically a accidental life insurance policy gets added on to the other 3 at a reduced cost, sometimes free, depending upon the overall amount. So I always say, if you are going to get either a term life, a whole life, or a IUL, go ahead and add on the accidental, all right, the AD&D policy. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that wasn't too long. I might break this up in a couple of different parts, but that's the long-winded answer. Appreciate y'all. See you later.